Yes, my people, welcome back to Football Circle. And in this edition, I want to talk about the 5 reasons Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen. Yes, 5 reasons why Chelsea should sign or must sign Victor Osimhen. And without wasting time, I just want to go straight into this because we also what happened when Chelsea played Manchester City at the weekend, and we saw that there's a glaring, miss in terms of having a thorough and a proper number 9. And in as much as we kind of enjoyed the game to some extent, but it was very obvious that if we had a very, very good number 9, I can assure you that game would have ended differently. So yes, so we are going to look at 5 reasons why Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen. And the first reason I'm looking at here is what we call the fear factor. For a while now, we've lacked that fear factor in our attack, where teams know that they're going to be facing a bully, of sorts, someone who would make sure that their backline is going to be terrorized. We've lacked that fear factor for a while now, so it's almost like the expectation is that okay, it's just Jackson or it's just this or just that. Don't worry, we can handle him, and we don't have that. Back in the days when we had people like Diego Costa or DJ Drogba, how defenses were terrified. Arsenal can testify to that during the time of Senderos and the rest of them. He terrorized defense. So that's what Victor Osimhen brings you. He brings that fear factor into your attack. So I think one of the reasons why Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen is to bring back that fear factor in our number 9. So people have that fear, and that can also disorientate some defenders when they know that this is not going to be an easy task, and so they are not going to be settled throughout the game, and that can give you some psychological advantage in terms of how you can approach the game and also score goals. Now the second thing I'm trying to the second reason why Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen is because we really need a proper number 9. Yes, a proper number 9. Mikel Obi said recently, during the interview he had, about how Chelsea needs that proper number 9 in the mold of Erling Haaland. You also happen just one chance, one chance, that was all it took, and then it's a goal. Haaland scored. That's what you get when you have a proper number 9. It's not about running here and there like Nicola Jackson's as one of wingers that have been converted to strikers would do, or people who are not out and out strikers. They tend like Harry Kane and all that. Even though Harry Kane comes up with the goods, but what we do need is a striker who is going to be a poacher in the box. A Van Nistelrooy sort of striker, an Erling Haaland sort of striker, even a DJ Drogba sort of striker, people who, when they're in the box, the chances, the chances are that when they get an opportunity, they will score goals, and that's just the focus, to score goals. We don't have that right now, and we need that. So, and Victor Osimhen guarantees you that number 9 present, that ability to score goals and convert chances. So that is the second reason I feel Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen. Now, the third reason why Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen is the fact that for a while now, you've noticed Chelsea have lacked area presence. Yes, we have lacked serious area presence. Back in the days, you could just cross the ball into the 18-yard box of the opponent, and then that the Drogba must be there. We all know what happened during the Champions League, winning goal. Even apart from Drogba, even people like John Terry, people like Ivanovic, they all come up with the good. But because we're talking about striker here, so I'm going to just limit it to Victor Osimhen and DJ Drogba. We've lacked that kind of presence. A player who could leap so high above defenders, even above the keepers. You saw the record he broke in Serie A, where he leapt highest, and it became a record, And yes, we did that. So when we are kind of facing low blocks where the opponent have packed the box, you need to have other options, and sometimes crossing the ball into the opponent's 18-yard box, and then having a striker who has the presence to attack the ball and then knock the ball into the net is actually something we've lacked. And Victor Osimhen, this is one of his greatest qualities, the ability to leap high in the air and knock the ball with accuracy into the net. So we need that area presence, and that is one of the reasons why I think Chelsea must buy Victor Osimhen. Now, the fourth reason why I think Chelsea must buy a striker in the mode of Victor Osimhen is that winning mentality. Yes, winning mentality. We've had strikers come and go, but even players apart from strikers, but we need that culture of always wanting to win, not wanting to lose, having this resilience to keep coming back no matter what, attack. Someone who is not faced by whatever they are facing on the pitch, and we all know this is one of the qualities that Victor Osimhen has in abundance. And I think with him in our front line, then with the support crew, and the Nkunkus and the Palmers and the Netos and even the João Felix of this world, they know they have somebody there they can always go to war with, and that used to be the Chelsea of old, during the time of the Michael Ballack, the Frank Lampard, the Michael Essien, the Didier Drogba, the Peter Cech, the John Terrys. These are winners, people who don't want to lose. The Ashley Coles, for example, even Mikel Obi himself, was part of that team at that point in time. They hated losing. He said it in his interview. They hated losing, so they always tried to win. And that winning mentality, that winning culture is what we must have. When you lose a game, you shouldn't be happy. You shouldn't be having high fives. I saw Wesley Fofana after a Manchester City game, and then he was smiling and having so. No. You don't need that. You just lost the game, your first game, and the fans are not happy already. Prior to the game, there is this pressure. This feeling of we're derailing into a meetable team, and you must show that every time you don't win a game, you are not happy. That mentality has to be there, and that's something that the current Chelsea team actually lacks. And I think a player like Victor Osimhen, who we all know is a fighter, he will go in like a bull. He does not get fazed by whoever is facing. He sees challenges as motivation. We need this kind of player, and much importantly, we need this type of striker, and Victor Osimhen guarantees you that winning mentality. He has always been a winner. We also how he helped Napoli to break that 33-year curse, and they won Serie A after a very long time. So we need players who can come in and then galvanize the team, and they don't accept defeat. Even a draw is not good enough, and that can also help the other players. So I think these are some of the things that one of the reasons why we must sign Victor Osimhen, because he has this mentality. We all know his backstory, how he sold pure water in the streets, and he was never someone who gives up, and for you to grow up with that kind of experience, it's never something to look down on because or belittle, because it builds character. And then from the lonely streets of Lagos up, and to the point where he reached the highest, of club football, by winning the league with Napoli. That alone tells you, the kind of mentality Victor Osimhen has. And then finally, of course, the fifth reason why Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen is the fact that we cannot go another season not qualifying for Champions League. Like, we cannot afford to be, to not be in the Champions League. That will make it 3 seasons in a row, and no, it's unthinkable, for a club like Chelsea to not make it to the Champions League 3 seasons in a row. It's unthinkable, and we need goals to be able to achieve that. And Victor Osimhen guarantees you goals. He guarantees you goals. And for example, if we had goals against Man City, that every indication that game could have ended. The worst we could have gotten from that game would have been a draw. If we had taken the chances and scored our goals. But as it is, when you don't score goals and the opponents, they get to score you, then chances are that you lose the game. And we need goals, and Victor Osimhen guarantees us goals. And like I said, goals helps you to win games. Goals help you win games, and winning games ensures that you get into top 4, which we must ensure that we get top 4. And having a striker like Victor Osimhen ensures that the chances are very, very much high in terms of achieving that goal. So these are my 5 reasons, Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen. This is absolutely a necessity right now, and the season is just starting, just 1 game. We have 37 to go, plus the other games in the Conference League, the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. There are a lot of games to go, so we still need time. We still have time to be able to achieve a lot, and having Victor Osimhen come through the doors right now would do a lot to, towards enhancing our chances of qualifying for the Champions League. Now, if you believe, Chelsea must sign Victor Osimhen, I would like you to comment your opinion as well in the comment section. Let's have your own opinion as well. Do you think we need to sign, or we must sign Victor Osimhen? And also, don't forget to like and share this video, and then of course, likes helps us to also be able to continue to contribute to discussions, as regards the, Chelsea, which is a club we all love and hold dearly in our heart. Until I see you in the next video, I remain Ben. I see you again. Bye bye.